It was a great day to fly a kite with a friend. Kite flying friends are forever.
Whoa!
Even if good weather isn't.
Hey, come back here! All right! I think we need a new kite.
Bill and George took their piggy banks to the store to buy a new kite.
Let's get that one, George. George? That is the kite we gotta buy. Wow! Okay, let's see what we've got. That's 2, 3. I hope we have enough. 350, 5, 785, 86, 87. We need more. No. Oh. We don't have enough money, George.
You know, you could put the kite on layaway.
You give us part of the money now, and we'll save the kite for you until you have the rest.
How long would you like us to hold it?
Well, we'll have to find some jobs and earn the money. Today's Friday, which gives us all weekend. We can come back for the kite first thing on Monday?
Monday it is.
Oh.
Come on, George, let's get to work. Hello, Mr. Quint. This is Bill from Bill and George's Excellent Job Service, where every job we do is excellent. George and I were wondering if you had any, jobs you'd like done this weekend? You do? Great! Thank you! Yes, we'll be there right on time. We got another one! Hi, Mrs. Rankins. This is Bill from Bill and George's Excellent Job Service, where every job we do is excellent. Okay, and then after we pull the weeds, we'll go over here and walk the dogs, then over here and mow the lawn, then to the lake and paint the shed, then to the farm and pick apples, then we rake more leaves, clean the garage, wash some windows, stack some cans. What's the matter? Ooh, you're right. It is kind of confusing. And it's a lot to do. I got it! We'll get everything organized. We'll make a schedule. A schedule. I use them all the time to keep myself A1 perfectly organized. We'll put each job on a card, then we'll put all the cards in order from the closest job to the one that's farthest away. That way, we minimize our travel time and maximize our work time. Of course, we should also figure out how much time we can spend at each job if we want to finish by Monday. But hey, no problem. So after we pull the weeds, we'll have exactly 20 minutes to walk the dogs, 25 minutes to mow the lawn, etc., which leaves us 45 minutes to pick apples at the Rankins. Then, on Monday morning, we get our kite. But only if we finish all our jobs. So we have to stick to this schedule.
It was deep winter, a time when the whole world seemed snowy and cold.
Here we are.
But this year was the snowiest and coldest ever.
Come on.
It was so cold that Jumpy Squirrel had decided to move indoors. The house had everything. It was warm, it was quiet, and thanks to Jumpy, it had lots of nuts.
It is cold in here. Let's turn up the heat.
The man and the monkey were back. Jumpy had to get out fast. But no sooner was he out than he wanted back in. Luckily, Jumpy had a lot of in and out doors. Now he just needed to sneak past the monkey. But monkeys have very sharp ears.
Oh, no. Well, I'll be. We're gonna have to fix that. There we go. Hi, George. Well, we can't leave holes in the house. All the heat will get out. No, Jumpy needs to stay outside. There's more food for him out here. He'll be happier in his own home.
George wasn't so sure about that. And neither was Jumpy. It was way too cold. His door was sealed shut. But Jumpy still had another squirrel door upstairs.
What was that? Uh-huh. Yep. Your friend Jumpy has been very busy. No wonder the house is so drafty. Okay. We have got to insulate this house. Insulate. It means keep the warm air in and the cold air out. Okay, cold. Ready or not, here we come.
First, the man sealed around the windows.
Yeah, the caulk is squishy so you can fill the holes and keep cold air out. You want to try?
Italian chefs have a word for perfectly cooked spaghetti. Al dente, which means not too hard and not too soft. Tonight, Chef Pischetti's pasta was not al dente. It was glop.
Did I hear her? Did she come back?
I think something's bothering Chef Pischetti.
It's gnocchi. I cannot concentrate on my cooking because my beloved piccolo gatto has abandoned me. Nettie! The accordion!
Here we go again.
Oh, no more happy times watching her play hat o pesto.
Now Gnocchi only stays for breakfast.
And then, poof! We don't see her till bedtime. Why? What did I do? Oh, she used to play in the alley all the day. Oh, look. Here she is on an old canvas drop cloth that someone threw out. The way she clawed at it. I think she was afraid of it. Oh, and the old cardboard boxes. Those were always getting in her way. Oh, those old carpets! She liked them, but they always made her fur so dirty. And there she is waiting by the old wooden door. Oh, she scratched and scratched and scratched it, wanting to go in and out, so I got her a new one. With a cat door. She can't mess this one up. It's metal. And I cleaned the garbage out of the alley to make it neat for her. But the next day, she's a vamoose. Gnocchi! You see, too tired to play with the papa anymore. Bean burrito. Is this from a menu?
Oh, you think Gnocchi likes burritos better than bolognese?
Gnocchi would never do that. Or would she? No. Well, maybe yeah. No. Ah, I cannot take it anymore. I must know where she's eating these burritos.
Why not follow her?
Me? Follow a Gnocchi? Oh, the scampering, the leaping. Oh.
The chef was right. You had to be a cat to follow a cat. Or a monkey.
Giorgio, you will follow my Gnocchi?
If Gnocchi was eating burritos, George would find out. But early the next morning, instead of going to a burrito place, Gnocchi went to a boat. But why would Gnocchi go to a boat? George was determined to find out. Maybe there were burritos in those bags. George would show the chef.
Pretty City Committee Pod number 7, come to order.
George was honored when Steve asked him to be part of his pod.
As you know, the mayor has declared today City Prettification Day.
That's right, Steve.
Pods will be fanning out all over the city to pick up litter and, well, make the city pretty.
Right again, Steve. Later this afternoon, I will pick a winner. Pods will be judged according to the prettiness of their streets, the amount of trash they collect, and their can-do spirit.
Steve asked me to mention that the winning pod will get their picture on this pretty city poster.
Can't you just see my face? I mean, are pod plastered all over the city?
Silly. Good luck, Pod 7. I'll see you at 3 o'clock sharp for the judging. I expect great prettification.
Okay, everyone. You know your assignments?
Let's go.
I wrote it down in my litter log.
And does everyone have an official Pretty City Committee trash bag?
Yeah.
Excellent. Then let's go make our city pretty.
7, 7, that's our pod. We're gonna do a super job.
George's assignment was to clean up his own street. But George's street was already pretty.
Hey! You're welcome to take whatever you want. Just put what you don't want back in the boxes, okay?
Well, at least George now had a job to do. Wait a minute. Why would anybody throw out a pirate ship? Even if it was a little broken. George really wanted to keep it. George decided to use one of his bags for trash and the other for treasure. This heart-shaped box was definitely treasure. He could use it to store pictures. Keys. They might unlock something really interesting. George found more things to add to his treasures. And what was that? George didn't know, but it was shiny and it made a nice click. George also kept the square pig and the red bottle, which was the same color as the heart box. And of course, he couldn't throw out this painted whatever it was. Or the round glasses. Or the yellow daffodil. George's sack of treasures filled up fast. He needed to empty it. Every monkey needs a blue watch. And a couple of yellow ducks. Maybe that's what George should do. Carry all the ants outside. Oh, 1 gajillion of them? That wouldn't work. George showed Hundley his discovery. Ants follow food. Maybe they'd follow it right out the door. So that was the solution. Put the food outside, and the ants would leave. And of course, they come back with their food. George had another idea. Maybe he could get the ants inside the trash can by filling it with food. The ant trap was ready. It was working. The ants crawled into the can as fast as their legs would carry them. George had to get the ants out of the apartment fast before they escaped. The ants were outside. Problem solved. Except now they had a new problem. Where would they put them? They couldn't put the ants on the sidewalk. They'd get squished. And they'd get even more squished on the street. The park. The ants would love it there. Hundley was a small dog, but he made a very big noise.
What's going on there? Hey!
George and Hundley set the ants free in a nice empty area of the park where no one would step on them. George said goodbye to each and every ant. This could take a while. It had been quite a morning, but the ants were gone and everything was okay.
George, I can't believe this apartment.
George had forgotten to clean up his mess.
Good job, George. Not only did you clean the apartment, you also took out the trash.
He did? Oh, yeah, he did.
Of course, you also shoved napkins and handkerchiefs into the wall and covered it with bandages. But I'm not even going to ask. You just sit down and take it easy. I'll go make us some lunch.
George could finally relax. The apartment was clean, and he'd never have to worry about ants again.
Hey, George?
It took a while, but George's bucket was finally full.
Ooh. Whoops, wait! I'll help you. We need a bucket lifting machine or an elevator.
Or a cow. George figured with Leslie's help, he could lift the bucket off the tap.
Ready? 1, 2. Oops.
It wasn't a whole bucket of syrup, but it would still cover a lot of pancakes.
Forgot to turn the tree off. Come on.
Okay. Pancakes? For me?
Yep, and syrup. And we made it. Well, the tree made it, but we tapped the tree all by ourselves.
Wow. Very moist.
That doesn't taste like syrup at all. Grandpa's trees must be broken.
No. The trees aren't broken, George. Maple syrup trees give sap, not syrup.
Sap?
Sap becomes syrup after it's boiled down. Luckily, you've come to the right place. We boil it right here at the sugar shack.
Oh, yeah!
Now, this will take a while, and if we leave it too long, it can boil over, burn, and be ruined. So we have to keep an eye on it.
Watching sap boil was a lot like watching sap drip. It took forever.
Aha! Looks like it's ready. What do you say to that?
Oh, yeah!
Leslie, how did you get out?
Whoops. I think she wants syrup. Cows like syrup a lot.
Oh.
George, the syrup! It's going to boil over.
No matter how hard he blew, George couldn't cool the syrup down.
Leslie.
Maybe if they fanned it.
I thought you didn't know anything about making syrup. Well, you knew butter stops syrup from boiling over. Well, here you are, your own bottle of syrup. It takes a whole lot of sap to make a little bit of syrup.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, George. Best syrup ever.
Luckily, a little bit of syrup has a whole lot of taste.
Oh, if only we could get the next CD going. That would give us time to find the key. Or Earl.
Well, maybe George can do it.
Oh, he has to push the play button.
A button? Well, George is great at pushing buttons. Which one is it?
The one with the triangle.
Okay.
But the booth is soundproof, so how are we gonna tell him?
Oh, a triangle. Huh.
Huh?
What were they doing? Didn't they know there was no time for games? George knew all the Bonnie Smooth songs, and this one was about to end.
The worst thing on radio is dead air.
Oh, he's not getting it. Hey, I can draw a picture.
Why were they coloring? The song was about to end. How could he play more music? The CD was in the player. All George had to do was hit play. But which button was it? Hey, a triangle. Maybe it was the triangle button.
Good job!
He did it. Bonnie's calling soon, and Earl's still not back. We've got to find that key.
Oh, boy.
This was no time for playing around. Wasn't Bonnie Smooth calling it too? Something had to be done. Answering the phone and playing a CD were easy, but he didn't know how to work the mic and those sliding things. He had the book. Here we go. First the mic, then the slider, then the phone. This looked like a phone interview.
Oh, does he not realize Bonnie Smooth is calling in 5 minutes?
Maybe George can hook up the call. He can make popcorn and program the VCR.
There are a lot of steps.
We could draw another picture. It worked last time.
I think it's too much to show in a picture. I know. We'll make a model.
Done. It looks, terrible.
Close enough. The phone! We forgot the phone!
Hal and Hal?
The call wasn't coming through the phone this time. What had he forgotten?
Hal? Hal and Hal? Oh, I thought I'd missed you. How are you?
He did it! Yes!
My boss always said a monkey could do my job.
Thanks for letting me come on with my new song. I wrote it special for you, you know, and it goes like this. Something good is coming, don't know where or when. I feel my heart a-drumming. How long has it been?
I'm back. Did I miss anything? Hey, there's a monkey in the booth.
Not now. He's in the middle of an interview.
George was very proud of himself. He had run an entire radio station. Maybe someday, he could even learn how to tie his shoes.
Oh, dancing down the sidewalk, swinging on a breeze.
Now that George had brown paint, he was ready to make the rest of his colors. Except the bunny had its own idea for the fresh fruit.
Oh, there you are, George. You took off so fast, I didn't get to ask what you'd like to drink. I have cranberry juice, carrot juice, grape juice, blueberry juice, wheatgrass juice.
George took one of each, because an artist never knows when a rabbit might eat his art supplies.
That is one healthy monkey.
The juice worked great. No mashing necessary. George had his paint, and his new friends had lunch. Only his sand didn't slip. It stuck. Maybe it needed to dry. Watching paint dry was about as much fun as, well, watching paint dry. George thought of a way to speed up the process.
He wants a hairdryer in the desert.
But instead of drying, his paint went flying. So George found a way to keep his paint in place. Plus, the bottles made painting a snap. George's friends had developed a real taste for art. So George found a way to keep his painting safe from bunnies. But not Breeze's. It almost made him miss the sticky stuff.
Do you need a napkin? Fork? Radio? Of course. Glue. Why didn't I think of that? A monkey with glue?
He had his paint, he had his canvas, and he had an audience. He glued. He painted. He could do them at the same time. And if you put on too much sand, no problem. Only the sand on the glue stuck. He couldn't wait for the man and John to see it. Why wait? His sand painting was portable.
Wow. Is that a sand painting?
You are some artist.
For me? Thank you, but why? That's okay. Sand paintings are supposed to get messed up. That's how the medicine is released. Oh no, you don't have to mess up this one. Some sand paintings are medicine, others are art.
Well, I guess giving glue to a monkey was a good thing after all.
Yeah? I say, George, think maybe you could make one for us next?
He sure could, but he'd need a new canvas.
One gum wrapper? That's your trash? And this is... stuff you want to keep. I see.
Did you find George? Wow-wee! Look at all this trash. This'll earn us another 50 points at least.
Are you saying this is your collection? George, a collection isn't just random stuff you find on the street. A collection has to relate in some way, like a stamp collection or a coin collection or my commemorative pig collection. Okay, you can keep some of this stuff. But not all of it. Find some things that go together and make that your collection. Then put everything else in a bag and bring it downstairs, okay? Thanks.
Finding things that went together wasn't going to be easy. The pirate ship floated on water and was made of wood. The duck floated on water, but it wasn't made of wood. And the heart-shaped box wouldn't float very well at all. What about a collection of round things? He had a lot of those. But wait, That meant he'd have to throw out the ship. Well, since the boat was made of wood, George decided to have a wood collection. But then he'd have to give up his watch. There were blue things and things that were half blue, half green. At last, George knew just what to do.
Okay, it looks like we've weighed all the bags.
Where's George? We can't win without his trash.
This bag is empty.
George, is that the only thing that didn't fit into your collection? Oh, there may be more trash upstairs, but I think we have to go see.
Well, this is highly unorthodox, but okay.
Now, I have to warn you, the apartment may look a little messy, so...
Well, I'll be.
That is beautiful, George.
Beautiful? Oh, it's a work of art.
A color collection. Way to go, George.
And what better way to capture the can-do spirit of Pretty City Day than to turn trash into something, well, pretty? With your permission, I'd like to hang this in the City Art Museum. In fact, I think that would ensure that Pod 7, led by Steve, will be on the Pretty City poster. I hereby declare that Pod 7, led by Steve, is the winner of the City Prettification Contest.
Isn't it great, George? Our picture on a poster, thanks to your work of art. Hey, that looks like a number 2 carbon pencil stub. Nice yellow.
This was a good beginning of a whole new collection. Italian chefs have a word for perfectly cooked spaghetti. Al dente, which means not too hard and not too soft. Tonight, Chef Peschetti's pasta was not al dente. It was glop.
Did I hear her? Did she come back?
I think something's bothering Chef Peschetti.
It's gnocchi. I cannot concentrate on my cooking because my beloved piccolo gatto has abandoned me. Nettie! The accordion!
Here we go again.
Oh, no more happy times watching her play hat o pesto.
Now gnocchi only stays for breakfast.
And then, poof! We don't see her till bedtime. Why? What did I do? Oh, she used to play in the alley all day. Oh, look. Here she is on an old canvas drop cloth that someone threw out. The way she clawed at it. I think she was afraid of it. Oh, and the old cardboard boxes. Those were always getting in her way. Oh, those old carpets. She liked them, but they always made her fur so dirty. And there she is waiting by the old wooden door. Oh, she scratched and scratched and scratched it, wanting to go in and out, so I got her a new one. With the cat door. She can't mess this one up. It's It's better. And I clean the garbage out of the alley to make it neat for her. But the next day, she's a vamoose. Gnocchi! You see, too tired to play with the papa anymore. Bean burrito. Is this from a menu?
Oh, you think Gnocchi likes burritos better than bolognese?
Gnocchi would never do that. Or would she? No. Well, maybe yeah. No. Ah, I cannot take it anymore. I must know where she's eating these burritos.
Why not follow her?
Me? Follow a gnocchi? Oh, the scampering, the leaping. Oh.
The chef was right. You had to be a cat to follow a cat. Or a monkey.
Giorgio, you will follow my gnocchi?
If Gnocchi was eating burritos, George would find out. But early the next morning, instead of going to a burrito place, Gnocchi went to a boat. But why would Gnocchi go to a boat? George was determined to find out. Maybe there were burritos in those bags. George would show the chef. George loved to travel. But this time was even better because he was traveling with his friend Marco.
Here we are.
Hey, George. Buenos dias, Marco.
Hola, Professor Wiseman.
All ready for a weekend in the sun?
Yeah.
Okay, all set. Since you paddled out, I'll paddle back. Where are the paddles?
Don't need them. We're walking.
Huh?
The raft is for the boys and the luggage.
Huh? But how can they touch bottom?
It's low tide. Plus, we're standing on a sandbar.
It's a big pile of sand, only underwater.
The tide brought it in.
You remember the tide, George? The moon pulls on the ocean and makes the water come in and go out.
Wait until you see the tidal pool. The tide makes those too.
Sounds fun.
George and Marco were amazed by the tidal pools.
What do you guys think?
Ooh. Look at all this.
It had fish, starfish, and anemones. And clams.
If you dig deep enough, maybe you'll find buried treasure.
Buried treasure?
Rumor has it the early explorers buried some around here somewhere, but no one's ever found it.
Hey, I bet we could find it. Ooh.
But finding buried treasure was harder than they thought.
The problem with looking for buried treasure on the beach is there's too much beach. You know what we should do? We should make our own buried treasure.
Luckily, monkeys always have lots of treasure with them.
Wow, that will make great treasure. We can use the box my mommy put the toothpaste and stuff in. But I haven't put in any treasure. I know. I can put in this. My silver wolf. My uncle made it in honor of our band, Lobos de Plata. It's my favorite thing ever. Now, we need a way to remember where it's buried. Good idea. We could measure from the pier. The treasure is 5 giant George steps away from the post with the rope on it. A dolphin!
It was deep winter, a time when the whole world seemed snowy and cold.
Here we are.
But this year was the snowiest and coldest ever.
Come on.
It was so cold that Jumpy Squirrel had decided to move indoors. The house had everything. It was warm, it was quiet, and thanks to Jumpy, it had lots of nuts.
It is cold in here. Let's turn up the heat.
The man and the monkey were back. Jumpy had to get out fast. But no sooner was he out than he wanted back in. Luckily, Jumpy had a lot of in and out doors. Now he just needed to sneak past the monkey. But monkeys have very sharp ears.
be? We're gonna have to fix that. There we go. Hi, George. Well, we can't leave holes in the house. All the heat will get out. No, Jumpy needs to stay outside. There's more food for him out here. He'll be happier in his own home.
George wasn't so sure about that. And neither was Jumpy. It was way too cold. His door was sealed shut. But Jumpy still had another squirrel door upstairs.
What was that? Uh-huh. Yep. Your friend Jumpy has been very busy. No wonder the house is so drafty. Okay. We have got to insulate this house. Insulate. It means keep the warm air in and the cold air out. Okay, cold, ready or not, here we come.
First, the man sealed around the windows.
Yeah, the caulk is squishy so you can fill the holes and keep cold air out. You want to try?